Michael Jackson and the Motown 25 performance. The night history was made. Story. The year was 1983. The world of music was shifting, and yet, nobody knew that one night would forever redefine not only a man's career, but the very future of popular culture. That night was called Motown 25. Yesterday, today, forever. A televised special celebrating the 25th anniversary of Motown Records, the legendary label that gave the world names like Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, The Temptations, The Supremes, Marvin Gaye, and of course, a group of 5 young brothers from Gary, Indiana, the Jackson 5. Michael Joseph Jackson was no longer the shy little boy with the big afro and golden voice. He was 24 years old now. A superstar. A man who had just released Thriller, an album that was already changing music history. But on that stage, on that night, Michael Jackson would transform into something more than a superstar. He would become a legend. The preparation. Motown had invited many of its greatest stars to perform. The Jackson 5 would reunite for the first time in years, singing their classics. Michael agreed. He would sing with his brothers, I Want You Back, The Love You Save, Never Can Say Goodbye, I'll Be There. But privately, Michael had a plan. He told Motown's founder, Berry Gordy, that he wanted to perform a solo number after the family set. At first, Gordy wasn't sure. But Michael was insistent. The song he chose was Billie Jean. Not a Motown song, but one of his own, from Thriller. It was bold, because the night was meant to celebrate Motown's past. But Michael was about to show the world the future. Backstage before the show, the atmosphere was electric. Legends filled the building. Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, The Four Tops, The Commodores, Lionel Richie, and then there was Michael. Quiet, reserved, almost nervous, but inside, he was building fire. He had rehearsed Billie Jean obsessively. Every movement, every spin, every beat. He had been practicing something special, something no one had seen before. The Jackson 5 reunion. When the Jackson brothers stepped onto the stage, the crowd erupted. The audience rose to their feet as the group sang their Motown hits, each note carrying nostalgia and joy. Michael smiled, sang, danced, but he was holding back. He was waiting. When the set ended, Jermaine and the brothers exited. The applause faded, the stage lights shifted, and then Michael, standing alone in the spotlight, spoke softly into the microphone. Greater Than, yeah, those were good songs. I like those songs a lot. But I like the new songs. The audience laughed and cheered. They didn't know what was coming. Billie Jean. The opening beat hit. The bass line pulsed. Michael stood completely still, hat tilted, sequined black jacket glimmering, single white glove shining under the stage lights. And then, he moved. Smooth, sharp, precise. Every gesture carved through the air like lightning. His feet tapped the rhythm, his body became the music. The crowd roared. Michael snapped his fingers, spun, tipped his fedora. He grabbed the mic stand and sang with a voice so powerful yet effortless it seemed supernatural. Billie Jean is not my lover. The screams grew louder, but Michael wasn't done. Not yet. The moonwalk. And then it happened. That moment. The moment that would change everything. The music hit the brake. Michael slid backward, smoothly, effortlessly, as if he were gliding on air. His feet moved, but his body seemed to float. The moonwalk. The audience gasped, screamed, jumped to their feet. It was magic. No one had ever seen it before. In that instant, Michael Jackson bent reality itself. People watching at home could hardly believe their eyes. How was he doing it? Was it a trick? No, this was pure talent, years of practice, unleashed in one perfect moment. Aftermath. When the performance ended, Michael froze in his iconic pose, legs crossed, hat pulled low, one hand on his brim, the other stretched out. The crowd exploded. Standing ovation, shouts, applause that shook the theater. Backstage, his peers were stunned. Diana Ross cried out his name. Fred Astaire, the legendary dancer, called Michael the next day and told him, "Greater Than, you're a hell of a mover. You really put them on their asses last night." The world had witnessed the birth of the king of pop. The legacy. Motown 25 wasn't just a television special. It became a defining cultural moment. Over 50 million people watched it live. Millions more would watch replays. That performance pushed Thriller into the stratosphere. Sales skyrocketed. By the end of 1983, Thriller was the best-selling album of all time. But more than that, Michael Jackson had changed music performance forever. From that night on, concerts, music videos, award shows, nothing would be the same. Every artist who came after would chase the magic Michael unleashed that night. Closing reflection. Michael Jackson's Motown 25 performance wasn't just about singing a song or dancing a step. It was about destiny meeting preparation. It was about a shy little boy from Gary, Indiana, stepping fully into his power. It was about a man deciding to show the world who he truly was. That night, Michael Jackson didn't just perform. He made history. He moonwalked into immortality.